Hey everyone, Presito here, your second favorite Uniswap degen. So in today's video, I want to cover DaoVentures. So the reason is that they just announced their POLKASTARTER sale on the 18th of February. So I'm making the video quite well in advance, so everyone should have a decent chance to whitelist and try get in. They actually did just announce their whitelist today. So I'll put a link to it in the description. You can do their task. I'll go through it a bit later, and then you can see what to do to get whitelisted. So in the past few days and week or two, crypto has just been insane. Obviously, you all know. POLKASTARTER sales have been insane. As you can see, Bridge Mutual did 40x, Butterfly did 30x at the peak. Paid Network went up to 40x. I mean, it's just insane. And I think the trend will continue for a while, especially with the POLKASTARTER sales. So be sure to try get in. I know the chances are low, but if you have your lucky 5% chance of getting in and you get in, you can make like 40x on $300, $400, and that's a nice amount, which is a guaranteed gain. So why not go for it? One thing I wanted to also say is just thank you to everyone. That my Telegram just went over 1,000 members, so I'm really grateful for that, and I really appreciate everyone's support. And I must say, it's a really nice community we've built in there. And then another thing I wanted to say actually is just stay tuned for the end of the video. As I mentioned the previous ones, I added a Tinder section, which I think is quite funny. Hopefully you guys find it funny too, but let me know if you want me to continue that. I got some funny Tinder chats at the end of this video too. So let's get started. Just with a brief overview of DaoVentures. As it says on their website, DeFi investments are made simple, your personal robo-advisor and automated money manager. So they actually have a beta app. And if you go here, you can kind of see what their idea is. You can choose, I assume you can choose, or it will show the risk. If you want to yield farm, it gives you the different suggestions. And I'd assume you can invest through their platform. You connect your MetaMask wallet to the platform, and it goes from there. So I'm interested to see how this will all play out. Obviously, this is beta, so it doesn't show much, but it's also a portfolio tracker, which I find quite interesting, especially that it gives you all the historical information on the coins and everything like that. So if we go a bit further down here, as it says, it's got cross-chain integration as well. So it will be on Polkadot eventually, and they'll integrate other blockchains. That's always bullish. So their products, they'll have the yield farming. So generate yield simply by choosing a portfolio. Choose from a range of different yield farming strategies, from low risk, low reward to high risk, high reward. So through their platform, you'll be able to select yield farms and farm through it, basically. Automated DeFi manager, invest in the best of the best. Leveraging the best and unbiased robo-advisory, yield farming, aggregation, structured DeFi products, etc. Lending, borrowing, and AMM. So riding with the rise of the DeFi market, Uniswap trading volume has constantly exceeded some of the top centralized exchanges globally, like Coinbase. We will be tapping into these protocols in the near future. Here's another picture of how their portfolio will work, which looks quite slick, looks quite good. As I said, they'll have the app, and it's also going to be on mobile, which I like a lot. I think that's really bullish. Just to go a bit more in depth, if we look at their white paper, the only thing I don't really like is actually, I read through it a bit already, and the grammar isn't all there, but I'll give them, benefit of the doubt. I mean, they're backed by quite strong people, and they're going to have the sale on POLKASTARTER, so that's all the assurance you need. But anyways, as it says on their white paper, what they are basically is a robo-advisor that allocates pooled crypto fund based on Ethereum smart contract that automatically invests into DeFi protocols and generates return for LP. So I assume through their product, you'll be able to invest into farms and yield farms automatically with their product. Then a bit more into detail, DaoVentures works like a typical money manager or venture capital. It seeks investment opportunities, manages portfolio, and generating returns for the liquidity provided. DaoVentures is a fully decentralized organization that is governed by the DVG holders. DaoVentures is a technology team that develops the DVG smart contract application that enables and manages the crypto funds through Ethereum smart contracts. So, as you can see, the grammar isn't all there. It's maybe a bit tricky to understand, but I get what they want to do, and it seems like a really good idea. I mean, it's maybe even something I'll potentially use. So in terms of the idea, it looks quite good. We're not going to go too much into detail. You're welcome to go check it out. Team, public, which is Pro. Victor Lee, Alvin Fu, Soon Lai, and Sang. Sorry for my pronunciation, not that pro. But public team is Pro. And their LinkedIn is here, Twitter, everything like that is always good. They also have strong advisors, which I actually agree with, because here's Aaron Choi from Cover and advisor for Finexus, and then some bullishness there, and some other advisor of Matic, and yeah, that's bullish. I approve. Then next up, before we get to their tokenomics, let's have a quick look at their Telegram. 6,000 members, 1,400 online. It's quite active, and you can imagine how much it's going to grow since it's on POLKASTARTER. I mean, I foresee a couple days before the POLKASTARTER sale, they're going to have 16,000 like butterflies. So we'll see, but as you know, the hype is always there. So now let's jump into the tokenomics, the most important part. The main thing to consider here is that the initial market cap is 430k, which is tiny. It's half of Butterfly, and as you know, Butterfly went 30x. So can you imagine this? Can it go 60x? Who knows? But we'll see. If the hype keeps up, I wouldn't be surprised to see this do really well. So they're going to have a deflationary model, although they still have inflation. It's just that their rewards are reduced. So it inflates, but slower. So if that makes sense. Fair launch, no pre-mine for team and advisors, high liquidity with 1% allocation for liquidity. That's kind of ironic, but 1% is probably a lot anyways. So now let's look at their private and public sales they had and how much the vesting is, which is always important. So there were 7.8 million DVG tokens minted. For the public and private sale, that's 11% of the total amount. The total raise is 1.4 million. Ticket size per individual is capped at 10k for individuals and 50k for institution. I guess that is over already. So it looks like they only had the private sale prior to having the public sale, and that was 18 cents, where they raised 1.3 million. Then they're going to raise another 100,000 on POLKASTARTER for 22.5 cents, which I think is not a big difference between the two, especially considering the private sale is 25% only on launch, and then after month 25% per month thereafter. So I think that's very good terms for getting into public sale. I mean, the tokenomics are really strong for a huge pump, I must say. So tokenomics really do get a pro from me as well. So I approve that as well. As it says on the next page, very low cap token. So I agree, 430k. Attractive and fair vesting, I agree. Low slippage, so 1% allocation for initial liquidity. 706,000 tokens. So if you consider public sales 100,000, the liquidity is about over 200,000, which I think is enough. Then just some more info on the DVG token. So the DVG token are governance tokens. This is released every block based on a percentage of LP funds into the DVG smart contract pools. DVG are essentially tokens on a smart contract that are programmatically developed and enforced based on a fixed criteria when written on mandate. These rules can be changed through consensus voting mechanism built into the smart contract. That obviously if you're holding the DVG token. The only way to acquire a DVG token is through participating in the staking of funds into DVG product smart contract. So next up, let's go through the POLKASTARTER announcement sale and the information on it and how to go about it. So as you can see, 18th of February, they're going to have the POLKASTARTER sale. They're going to be raising $100,000. Here is how to get into the whitelist. So you have to follow them on Twitter and follow POLKASTARTER, retweet and say what you like about it and tag 2 people. Join their Telegram group and then fill out this form. So I'll put a link to everything in the description. The token sale details. So they're going to be selling 444,444 DVG tokens, which is equivalent to $100,000 raise at 22.5 cents per token, which I already covered. So there will be a polls pool and a public pool. So if you, in the polls pool, obviously you have to hold 3,000 polls for at least 7 days before the sale. And then there's going to be a normal pool. So overall, it's quite straightforward. If you're not too sure how to use POLKASTARTER, definitely check out my other video I made on how to use it. I think it covers everything very well. So, you know, just to make sure you do get in and you know how to use it, because you need to be quite quick if you do get approved for the POLKASTARTER sale. So before we get to the Tinder review section, I have to give it a rating. And I mean, it's pro in many aspects, I must say. The initial market cap is really tiny. POLKASTARTER sale is super pro. I mean, it's already been announced on POLKASTARTER. So it has to get a POLKAS Pro, which is the second best rating. You know, I would have given it a CHOS Pro, but, you know, because of the grammar, you know, it might make people uneasy. I think that could have been worked on. But overall, it does get a POLKAS Pro. So I still think it's going to do super pro. Next up, let's see what the ladies on Tinder think about DaoVentures. So I asked here, are you bullish on DaoVentures Presale? I tried to translate it, but nothing was coming up. So I said, that's not pro, that you don't know it. Everyone should know DaoVentures. I mean, if you want to be rich, you have to know these things. Next up, I said, DaoVentures 10x. Hey, what do you mean? Can we name our kid DAO? I think you're jumping too far ahead. What does DAO mean? Decentralized Autonomous Organization. I think it's a pro name, don't you agree? I don't think it's a great name. So that's bearish for DaoVentures. Do you like men who do pre-sales? If the perks of pre-sale continue after the sale happens, yeah, most likely. Are you bullish on Uniswap pre-sales? Are you bringing me into cryptocurrency territory? I don't have info ATM to decide whether to be bullish or not. Then I said, DaoVentures will have their pre-sale on POLKASTARTER in 2 weeks. Will it pump? And I got ghosted. Not pro. Next up, is 400k USD a lot in Australia? Just so you know, I was swapping in Australia for this. I thought that would be relevant to DaoVentures. So yes, 400k is a lot, which is bearish for DaoVentures because the market cap is 400k. So according to her, it's a lot. Do you like beta or alpha men? Alpha. So that's bearish for DaoVentures because look, they got beta app. Then I asked, can we name our kid DAO? WTF. So that's bearish for DaoVentures. Then finally, can we name our kid DAO? Hey, it depends what the surname is. Ventures. Oh, absolutely. Bullish for DaoVentures. So finally, something bullish, but overall, Tinder is bearish. But I don't know if to agree with them in this case. So yeah, that concludes my video on DaoVentures. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to like and subscribe and join my Telegram group. And I'll see you guys next time.